Hey everyone, it's Matt here. Welcome back to another episode of Savant's Tech Talk. Today we're going to talk about the software development lifecycle, what it is, and what the stages of it are. As always, if you have any questions as you watch this video, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. If you enjoy this video or find it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. A software development lifecycle, or SDLC for short, is a methodology that clearly defines a step-by-step process to build quality software. Each stage has its own importance as it allows the developer to understand the expected output, resources, and effort needed. The aim is to produce high-quality software with minimal cost and the lowest production time. Ideally, the software development lifecycle can be divided into 7 stages: planning, feasibility analysis, design, software development, software testing, implementation, and maintenance. Now let's have a look at each of these stages, starting with planning. Identifying the goal is the very first step in the process. Study the current problem and take input from industry experts, customers, and other stakeholders to understand the pros and cons. Before getting started, plan your financial resources, project plans, cost estimation, and your final product, thus determining the feasibility of the project and defining the risks involved and how to soften it is what this stage is about. Now, feasibility. This is where you ensure the project requirements help the end user. You need to talk to your stakeholders and look at as much relevant data as possible. Consider the users and how workable the features are. Now let's look at the design stage. This is the stage where you map out a solution. A prototype allows for better planning and feedback from all the stakeholders. Constructive criticism allows for better technical solutions. Also, it's important to understand that without having a prototype, there are more chances of time being wasted, costs going over budget, and not meeting the end user's needs. So the functionality of the product and improvements could be better viewed at this stage. Now let's look at the software development stage. As the name suggests, this stage involves developers and is all about building products. It's advisable that all team members stick to the blueprint so that the target is achieved as per the set design. Have defined guidelines regarding code style and practices. By the end of this stage, there will be a working product that would appear closer to the final product. This would also involve the testers and owners. The software testing stage. This is the stage where the code gets tested. The code should align with the final outcome. The testers check the code for quality, its performance, if it meets the defined requirement, and if it has followed the secure development principles. Testing is achieved by automation as well as manually. Often developers' focus is on building a product in the best possible way. The testers bring in a fresh perspective, but question the functionality of the product. At this stage, the testers play a vital role, and they're in constant communication with the developers and owners. Implementation. This stage involves deployment, which means putting the software to the production environment for users so they can use the product. There is also the option of further testing or keeping it in a staging environment. This lets the stakeholders feel the product before releasing it to the market. For a smaller project deployment, this can mean putting the code on a web server, while for bigger projects, it could mean adding the code to various systems. Owners often work with content writers to develop user manuals and marketing materials before the final release. In the maintenance stage, while it's always a task to achieve everything as planned, the real-world conditions always keep changing. So there is constantly a scope of software updating. They also watch out for any bugs, which are then reported and attended to. It's also noticed that when developers and operations teams use the same tools to track bugs and performance, it offers a common language and easier handoffs between these two teams. One such tool is Application Performance Monitoring, or APM, which can be jointly used by developers, QAs, and ops teams. To wrap up, there are many models of the software development lifecycle. If done correctly, it allows for control and proper documentation. Developers have a clear understanding of what the expectation is, and all the involved stakeholders agree with the expense and resources required. Lastly, the software development lifecycle's advantages only occur if it is pursued devotedly. So there we have it. We've discussed the software development lifecycle, what it is, and what the 7 stages are from planning, feasibility analysis, design, software development, software testing, implementation, and maintenance. As always, if you still have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.